Howdy, folks. Frank, KG6NLD, and good evening to everyone. Here coming to you live for the NorCal SwapNet. This is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater System in the Northern California area. For more information, visit N6ICW.org. If you wish to join the directed net in your local, you can do so by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically. We should also be on Echolink at N6ICW.org. I'll be here as long as the net's running, usually from about 8 p.m. Pacific, 0300 UTC, to about 2045, 2100, or 0400 UTC. I'll be in the chat ready to answer any questions, but I will have my microphone muted, so I may even have my camera muted looking at my preview tonight. So let's bring the live stream of the audio up and see what Armand has to say about things tonight. Well, we just have to wait for Armand to get things going on the show here, but once he does, the magic can begin.
Well, waiting for the NorCal swap, like waiting for a train. It'll get there eventually, and it's here. Civilization, get on board. The conductors, the engineers, passengers, all the freight, all the food. We're here. It's a widow past 8 o'clock on this warm summer day. It feels like summer, the warmest day this year so far, and hopefully that will bring out the hot deals on the Northern California swap. Good evening to one and all. This is WBTZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2 Zebra Echo India. Armand in Sacramento. Sounds like we're a little noisy to the repeater today, a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, we're here to buy, sell, trade, amateur and amateur-related equipment on N6ICW. 147 to 195, the main repeater from highest top Mount Vaca with a plus offset. We're also coming out of Chico tonight, as we always do. 146.94 with a minus offset. And up in their country, in the Reno Tahoe area, 145.15 also with a minus offset. And if you're traveling around, all you need is 1 PL to don't speak. I told you. We'll see. We may have to change frequency in the middle here. All accessible with a PL of 123 hertz. And I guess we can call this the Uncle Sam pre-tax edition of the Northern California swap. And if you owe Uncle Sam money, put your radios on the block, and you sell them fast enough, you can put a check in the mail before midnight Monday. So we will give you a way to do that when we open the net for listing coming up shortly. And for those who know how to get into the net, go and get a snack or a drink or pet the kitty or whatever you like. And if you're just dialing by and happen to run across the preamble, here's how it works. For the doggy, I guess, we have to be fair and equitable. equity between dogs and cats and all other animals as well. So if you have an animal, pet it. Anyway, let's see. So to join the net, it's really very simple. All you need to do is when the portion of the net comes around that we are open for listings and check-in, drop in your call sign suffix, and please do that phonetically with either standard or non-standard phonetics. They always help, whichever phonetics they are. And a way to be recognized, it is a directed net. And when recognized and asked to proceed, come back and give us information in the following format. And start off with your phone call sign. Give that to us phonetically. Your name, your location, and if you're here to buy, sell, trade, giveaway, etc., let us know what you got. Buy, sell, trade, giveaway, etc. Include a brief description of the items that you have and what you want to do with them. Let us know if they're shippable, if they're for sale items or trade, and if they're not shippable, do you want people to come by, pick them up, or do you want to drive someplace to meet somebody, or what? You tell us. Also, if you want to include shipping in your price, you can do that. And if you don't, it is kind of an understood kind of rule that says the buyer will pay shipping expenses unless otherwise negotiated with the seller. And after you've run down the items and given us descriptions, give us your contact information, and I will take both email and or phone numbers. Remember the phone? We used to talk on the phone a lot. Now, not so much. And if you have a text number, we'll do that too. You know, maybe somebody could send somebody a letter in the mail with a stamp on it. But then by that time, the equipment might be gone already. Harking back to the old days. Anyway, so we can take your contact information and then end your transmission with your call sign. And also want to welcome all the folks, ones and twos and three people that are out there in YouTube land. Frank will give us an update on that since he's our doorway to Cyberland and the YouTube galaxy. And so he'll let us know how many people are watching and throwing spitballs and, taking their fingers. So as long as it's not the middle one out there in YouTube land. So we'll about that as well. Anyway, if you're out and about on this great summer evening, enjoying the warm weather, and you see something that requires the assistance of amateur radio, like a jumping fish or a car in the river, or who knows what. It's getting crazy out there. We had a shooting not too far from my house up on Howe Avenue between Hurley and Northrop, and people were killed. So whatever you see, if you see something, say something, and we can get you some assistance via amateur radio if need be. In the meantime, you can say, yes, break or priority if you want to do that. Break or priority, followed by your call sign. And you can also say contact, and everything needs a call sign attached just to stay on the upside. So contact, you can call a station, move them off frequency to chit-chat somewhere else. Call a station who just made a listing and ask them a question about the equipment they have or clarify a point, etc. Or call a station and pass a quick bit of traffic that does not have to be net related. Info followed by your call sign. Ask a question about amateur radio. If you need to know who or where or what or how to ask, do it here, and we'll guide you through and see how many different answers and opinions we can get for you and others who might be interested in the topic, and sometimes stimulate some good discussion as well. And you can also ask me a question. I may have the answer about a listing. If you missed a phone number or a phone sign or a model of a radio price, I write it all down. And of course, we review it all at the end of the net. Read the list back whenever the end of the net is, and that's always changeable depending on who's out there. So I try to stay around at least till a quarter to the hour. That would be 0345. So we're here for that time at least. And yes, and of course we save the best for last. We want to say a big thank you to Chris, N6ICW, as we do every week. The repeater is still here, and the warmth is coming. Hopefully it won't get too warm up on the mountain this summer, but you never know. And Chris is always watching out for the equipment, taking care of it, and all the other equipment that's in the background that makes everybody's signal sound so good. 9 voting receivers sprinkled all over the place. And so sites, antennas, radios, coax, preamps, the whole deal. So it's more complicated than it looks. And thank you to Chris and the control group for doing all of that. And all we got to do here is sit here and push the button. But a lot of work goes in to it all behind the scenes. So thank you to Chris. And in the meantime, let's open the net for this Thursday, April 11th. See who is going to be out there tonight to join us. WB2ZEI here with the Bravo 2 Zebra Echo India, Armand in the Arden Arcade area of Sacramento. I'll open the net, and I bet you I know who's going to be first, but we'll see. Let the horse race begin.
November Lima Whiskey.
Echo Sierra Sierra. FGI. Jack Daniels. Okay, four in the race. 4 in the race, and Echo Sierra Sierra. I haven't heard him in, I think, in a long time. That's Tom, I think. Maybe. We'll find out. Stay tuned. KT6NLW, our window to YouTube. WB2ZEI. That's right.
WB2ZEI NorCal Swap. Good evening from the Shack of Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey, where we have 1 Twitch viewer, 3 Twitter, now X viewers, and 4 YouTube viewers, for a total of 8 viewers combined across all platforms. I want to say good evening to everyone. And if you miss any of the SwapNet and want to replay it, well, if you're missing it, if you're not hearing this live, then it's sort of pointless, but we'll see. Check out my YouTube page. If you search my call sign, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey, KG6NLW, you should come up with Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6NLW, where you can go back and watch any of the past weeks of episodes, as I call them, of the Northern California Swap. And this evening we have England, South Carolina, and a 1 Quebec in the chat. With that, I know there's 3 others waiting in line, so I will be in the background listening, making funny faces to the camera, and watching the chat for any potential listings you'll get tonight. WB2ZEI NorCal Swap, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey on the side.
Okay, very good, Frank. And 1Q, I guess that's mentioned there, right?
Yes, sir, that is. Oh, and you actually sound better I know you switched sites, but you sound better coming out of the live stream than you do on my radio. Tell me how that magic works, please.
EQ, that's what it is, EQ. And yeah, I had a funny dream about this last night. Imagine that. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe we'll get into that if it gets really boring. In the meantime, let's say hello to all the others if I can get them all straight. Thank you, Frank, N6ICW. Welcome to all our viewers. And, maybe we should monetize this thing. Maybe run some commercials for, the GX convention, the Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club swap that's coming up, all that stuff. Maybe we can charge. So, anyway, but I don't think so. Anyway, let's see if my guess is correct. So, Sierra, is that you, Tom? No, this is Ed. Kilo 6, Echo Sierra Sierra, in the pocket. And it's my first time on here. I promised my men's group at church that I would stop procrastinating and get rid of some stuff. So here I am. I have a Kenwood HF station. It's an older unit. It's a TS850 SAT with the automatic tuner that is a very good tuner. Covers 160 to 10 meters, 100 watts, has a dual VFO. It's a very clean radio. The only problem is that it has the cursed Kenwood capacitor problem. So I fixed the display board when I lived in Tucson, and when I got here to Sacramento, it was out again. So other boards have not had the capacitor replacement. And my eyes and I'm not willing to try anymore. I want somebody else to do it because it's a great radio. I have the new capacitor kit. I bought that and I used it partly display board. So the radio itself has the newer chips on the cardboard. If you know an 850, that you know what that is. The old chips would die and there was no replacement. So this has the upgraded chip. This is the latest. And I have copies of the operator and service manual in paper, the original power cord, and the USB interface. And there are interface cables. And there's plenty of YouTube videos and articles on how to do that. It was a great radio, and I loved it, and still can be again with a little bit of effort. I would like $200 for it, even though I paid $800. But it's a parts radio, so it's up to you. I'm free. My second offering is the microphone that went with the radio. N6ICW microphone. It's in great shape. It has an 8-pin round connector. It has a mic gain and a compression control and an output level. I've never had any RFI or distortion issues other people have talked about. There are fixes for that issue on the internet. I would like $100 or a best offer. Like I say, I can get rid of this stuff. Final is the it is a great speaker. It matches TS850. It's a fancy one with 2 low frequency and 1 high frequency filters and 2 switched inputs. It's also got a headphone jack on the front. I'd like $75 for that. All the prices are negotiable, obviously, but they're about equal to the online bidding price. But you'll save on shipping. I would like to either have it picked up or I'll deliver it locally. So, like I say, I'm in the pocket. My name is Ed, Kilo 6 Echo Sierra Sierra. Phone 520-971-7559. Email Kilo 6 Echo Sierra Sierra .Echo Delta @gmail.com. And back to you, Armand. Okay, and I got all of that. I just need K6ESS.ed at, what's the domain? It's Gmail, real common with gmail.com. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's TSA 50 for $200. That's the steal of the day there. I have one sitting here, and yes, they're a nice radio and a little bit of TLC. Get yourself a really nice rig with a general coverage receiver and stuff like that in it. On the MC85, how many of the cables do you have with that microphone, Ed? I just have the single cable, but it will accept three. So you're familiar with it. Yeah, it'll take three cables, but I only have one for the Okay, yep, I got one up here on the shelf. Never used it too much, but it's there. So that's how come I know? Okay, number one tonight, starting us off with a nice listing, Kilo 6 Echo Sierra Sierra, K6ESS. And that's Ed. He's in the Pocket area of Sacramento, South Sacramento, offering a TS-850, Tango Sierra 850 SAT. Kenwood radio comes with the built-in antenna tuner, two VFOs, all kinds of nice stuff in that radio. General coverage with the work bands, etc., etc. It comes with a new capacitor kit. Some of the older TS-850s that had some capacitor problems, and you can talk to Ed about it. I didn't get all the details on it. He says his TS-850 also has the new chips in it. Some of the chips on that radio did fail, and he's got the new chips, I believe, in it. He said he's got copies of the service and operator's manual, and he considers this a parts radio. And he's asking $200 for the TS-850. That's a steal. That sounds like a AK-60K job. Where's Jeff to start that up when we need him? Maybe he's listening. But anyway, $200, a little TLC. You'll have a nice low band radio. Also offering the Mike Charlie 85 multifaceted microphone. And it'll handle up to three cables. That means you can switch between any one of three radios. It does have compression, preamp, and all kinds of neat stuff built into it. It comes with the 8-pin round Kenwood connector. That's standard on some of the older Kenwood. You'd like $100 or best offer on that. $100 or best offer. And he also has, and I'm thinking this is the Sugar Papa 23. But guess what? I have some of those too. This is with the high and low cut filters. You can put two inputs into the speaker and switch between them, plus filters that are switchable. And he'd like $75 for that. That's a nice fair price as well. And you can either pick them up at Ed's place in the Pocket, or he will deliver them locally. Talk to Ed about all of that at the telephone number 520-971-7555. Or if you're a keyboard hound, Kilo 6 Echo Sierra Sierra dot Echo Delta at gmail.com. K6ESS dot Ed at gmail.com. Thanks, Ed. I think I got it all. Correction, Armand. It is the Sugar Papa 31 speaker. Because I went out and looked at it, and that's what it is. 31, not a 23. Thanks. Okay, good. I will fix that. Sorry about that. Yeah, maybe I've forgotten. It's been so long. Let me find that with the SB31. Okay, it's SB31. I sit and stand corrected. But a nice speaker nonetheless. SB31 speaker, $75. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Armand. You are one heck of a note taker, I gotta admit. N6ICW. Alrighty, thank you. Alrighty, next up is our good buddy Gary, WA6FGI, WB2ZI. Gary.
Hey, Armand in the net. Gary here, WA6FGI. I have an item on the list. An ICOM D86 monoband radio. It's 2 meters only. Has a drop-in charger. The long duck antenna. And I believe it comes with a spare battery. $100. Down the HRL, there's, I think, 135 plus the accessories. So this will save you some money plus the tax. Again, ICOM V86 2-meter handheld. Regular battery, 1 spare battery. With high capacity also. Drop-in charger. We're having card rating. Phone number is 916-344-7571. Hot copy, Armand.
Okay, what was the last bit about the programming stuff? Is that RT system?
No, it's the Apache programming card. That's good. All instructions are big unfoldable sheet of heavy paper. Trying to put it out. Now it was not practical to get after you get the programming method down on your favorite channel. I think it holds 99 channels. So that's going real easy. This wasn't practical for me to get the RT system.
Okay, so that's like, I don't know, Nifty manual?
It's ICOM title. It's the manual came with the radio. Like I say, it unfolds out to a very large piece of paper. But like I say, it's easy to follow. It programs up very, very easy.
Okay, and for those that want to ring your chime, give me your phone number.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. 916-344-7571. And that is the pickup only item.
Okay, got that too. All right, very good. All right, thank you, Gary. So let's review this. Number 2 tonight, Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf India. Gary is in Sacramento, up at the north end of Watt Avenue. He's got an ICOM India Charlie Victor 86, ICV 86. This is the vinyl band HT, 2 meters, has about 99 channels in it, and it comes with a high capacity battery, drop-in charger, a long duck antenna, and let's see, delete that, and also with a manual from ICOM. Nice big fold out heavy duty paper manual to go with it. This is a pickup item at Gary's place. They would like $100 for it, so you're saving bucks here with the high capacity battery and the drop-in charger. No money to the government, and $100. There you go. A nice deal if you want a nice handy 2-meter radio, uncomplicated. 916-344-7571 for Gary. Again, 916-344-7571. WA6FGI, WB2ZI.
Thank you very much, Armand. You got it all. WA6FGI.
Alrighty, now the guy who's got the Meower power, KJ6JD, and maybe at least 4 kilocats of power, right, John?
Yeah, I am the official cat daddy in my neighborhood, I reckon. I send my treats out in the morning and they march out and sit on their butts. in the dew and look across the lawn and sniff and see what's going on in the evening while they were inside. Yeah, kitties are wonderful little distraction. Good evening, all. KJ6JD. I got a couple things I want to talk about tonight. So can I use this here repeater of Chris's to do so in your wonderful fine swap session? Well, yeah. Ham radio is talk radio, right? No 7 seconds away. I swear, you can't take me anywhere. They had to put a 7-second delay on my life. Hey, well, a couple quick notes. Next week at this time, I will probably be reporting back from our results out there at the Mountain Mike Pizza Palace in Folsom. We're going to have the exams next week. Yes, the Folsom Ham Exams.org. There you go. There's an internet address for you to jot down and visit if you would like to take a ham exam next week. We'll be conducting them out there, and you need to sign up on the internet. And again, that's Folsom Ham Exams, plural.org. So that's upcoming on Thursday. And still out in the ways off is the ham swap out at the Carmichael Elks Lodge. That's May 26th, Sunday before Memorial Day. And so I'm securing all the necessary conditions and all that for the swap to occur out there. So keep that open. And then the first Friday of every month, we're meeting out there at Brookfield until they build Sam's again. There's rumors. There's a South shall rise again, or Sam shall rise again, I should say. Anyway, I think that's about all I got. Did I run into the gator yet, or am I still on time? KJ6JD. The little beat says no golden bagel. They used to give out golden bagels in New York when we used to time out a repeater. No golden bagel with lots of cream cheese for you, John. She's got a nice long tail. This furry machine's got a long tail, and also a long timer as well. But it's done good. And so, is that ready for a public announcement? We need to get the word out for the Carmichael swap on the 26th. So everything in place so we can start shouting it from the rooftop. How about we just start planning for it, and then we shout it maybe next week. I didn't get some calls back this week that I was expecting, and frankly, I got a new computer on Friday, and then from Saturday through today, essentially moving 20 years of files, 20, 30 years of files. Anyway, one way or the other, I've been head deep in I am now a proud runner of Windows 11, and I got 4 terabytes of memory and a blazing i7 processor. I can't click the mouse faster to go through pictures than they load up. I can't believe it.
Call me out.
What?
Comment with a meow in the middle.
Oh, okay. That's meow. Yes.
John, there may be no 7-second timer, but there is a delay, about 30 seconds going from the radio to the interweb. So, if I had to, there was a delay there. I could cut you out on hi. And Windows 11, I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you.
The surprising thing is, I've been both professionally and personally in the cursed product for years, and I've cursed it for years. But Windows 11 isn't surprisingly different from previous incarnations, but I got to admit it's smoother and more intelligent. Yeah, it was a change I needed to make. I was still living in Windows 7, and I couldn't even use Google Drive. So, for all you non-geeks out there, this is not important, and real people count more, which is why we're here talking. But anyway, yeah, it's a brave new world for me now. This thing is so damn fast, I couldn't believe it. The entire inventory of probably 500,000 pictures transferred from my old machine in about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, a little less.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, well, I hope you got a 14th gen processor. Yeah, so from what I read, there's some good and bad parts about Windows 11. And, yeah, so, alrighty, very good. Well, congratulations, John. And, I don't know, the more I play with my, try to use my laptop, that was once a good gaming machine. The more I think it's about almost 10 years old now, it's time to drain the bank account. Yeah, because it does a lot of weird stuff. Anyway, so much for that. But it luckily I don't have to use it to do the notes for the swap test. With a 16 keyboard, I can type a heck of a lot faster. Anyway, thank you, sir. And, yep, we'll wait till next week to find out what's going on. And then the public relations blitz begins. In the meantime, we'll remind everybody about the DX convention down in Visalia. That's going to start, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you want to know about DX positions, and how to do one, or have one in your backyard, or on your private island, go down there and check it out at the Visalia Convention Center. And I believe it's the 27th of April, the Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club will be having their swap meet in Sonoma. So 2 things on the calendar in April. And of course, May, and then June, we have the N7RCA Radio Ranch, and of course, the Gigunda Dayton Ham Fest, Hamvention on the, 17th, 18th, and 19th back in Ohio. But I don't know how many people from out here are going to do that. Anyway, thank you, John. Let's see who else is out there. KJ6JD, back to you for any final comments, WB2ZI.
Well, that's about it. Just hoping everything comes together smoothly, and we have a nice swap out there at Elf this spring, summer, almost summer by that time, and hoping we have clear weather. This has been a very capricious little spring for us, and we'll see how it plays on us this Saturday. KJ6JD, have fun out there.
I'll let the repeater rest, and if there's any Echolinkers or whatever trying to get in, we do have that 30-second delay. All right, anybody else for the net? We got 2 listings, 4 check-ins. Anybody else?
Well, while we're waiting, I'll go with a nice friendly reminder. We currently have 14 viewers over on Twitter/X, 4 viewers on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. And you can find those live streams at any point in time you want by looking up my call sign, KG6NLW. That's Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey on any of the platforms, and you'll find me, and you'll find all the past live streams as well. So that's a total of 19 current internet people listening in tonight, Armand.
Wow, maybe more than radio people. Who knows? But, if the radio people don't speak up. We don't know they're there. That's interesting, you know. So, but the internet, we keep track of them. But the radio, you know, it goes out, and you never know where it lands. So, thank you, Frank, and welcome to all the 19 folks out there. And remember, if you have a listing, you can put it in the chat, and Frank will relay it in. And so you two will get your 60 seconds, 2 minutes, etc. listing on the Northern California swap. And that'd be nice to hear from other parts of the country, the world, see what they got, what they want to sell, you know, and, you know, UPS, FedEx, and USPS, you know, they bring the world together. Thanks, Frank.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no problem. Lots and lots of fun, and the chat. Well, it's not too active, but you know, it's active enough. I think there might be a 1Q that might jump in here. We'll see.
I'm off my computer.
Oh, more importantly, you have the guest from last week.
The W6PMR. Hello?
Yeah, I'm not going to do annoy and distract Frank this week. I'm doing something else in the garage here. The 850 is a great deal. I had to wipe off all the saliva, and then I realized I have 2 receivers, a 2-meter radio, and an AM/FM tuner on the bench delayed. If I bought it from that guy, it would sit here for 8 months before I even got to it. And that sounds like a bigger project. So I can do W6PMR, not annoying Frank, not particularly having anything for sale. Looking forward to the radio ranch in Minden and the Valley of the Moon. And I'm not going to buy sale yet because there's no swap. They have bus trips to the national parks. They have a golf tournament, but they don't have enough moxie to put a swap meet out there. I'm telling you.
Good evening, Paul.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Frank?
Oh, I just said good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Frank.
This is weird. His voice changed. It went up a couple of octaves. All right, very good. And Paul, any updates, any news on Dennis about how he's doing?
No, nothing concrete. I've heard rumors, but I'm not going to spread those until I know they're absolutely true.
Okay. Rumors, yes. All right, very good. And, you know, swap, you know, there's other things too besides swap. But, you know, we have our folks that just love swap. And I think that's kind of neat, though, to have a golf tournament and a breast stamp stuff. That sounds interesting. Maybe for, you know, some of the people that are coming from overseas to do that. So, you know, that sounds like a fun thing, too. A little other, you know, kind of mix it up and other things besides or included in the convention. Alrighty, thank you, Paul, for salivating all over the workbench. At least it'll keep everything kind of clean. Anyway, anybody else for the net tonight? This is Joe, KM6NFT. Tonight. Alrighty, Joe. I'm not sure if that's a voting receiver problem or not, but you're pretty soft and audio's pretty soft, but good for you. And where are you, Joe? I'm on a creek right now, just about to come over to beneath the bridge. So, and I'm on my HT in the car with a external antenna, so I'm only transmitting on 5 watts here. So probably explain the soft signal. I'm not sure. I don't know what that's the product of, but nonetheless, we can hear you. So that's what counts. Is it KM6NFT? Alrighty, KN6NFT. Alrighty. Well, Dave, and you're, where are you headed to? Was it Folsom, I think? Weekly trip, or weekly pilgrimage down to see Dad for dinner. Alrighty, well, that's great. You spend time with Dad, that's a good thing. And enjoy those times. And I'm glad you're doing that. Those are treasured things to do. So, we'll look back on it and say, I'm glad I did that. Alrighty, well, thanks for letting us ride in the back seat with you. And hope you have a great dinner with Dad as well. What are you going to eat? Do you know yet? I have some culinary skills, I would say. So I come in, great kitchen, and bust out the knives and all that for him on a weekly basis. Good excuse to cook for somebody other than myself. All right, personal chef. That's the way to go. Very good. All right, yeah, put your skills to work, and I'm sure you guys had a great time. Very good, Joe. And safe trip. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. And maybe we need to have a get together for Thursday night, and get Joe to make hot dogs and hamburgers, culinary style or something. Thanks, Joe. KN6NFT. W Beaches Eddie I with the North Cal Swap. Anybody else? Maybe with a listing. Well, thank you to Joe. We just crossed our border line at 0346 Zulu. Sounds like you have to, Frank, spring's coming, so it comes out in the springtime. And I heard that because of the eclipse, although I don't know if I believe it, we're supposed to be, or some parts of the country are supposed to be inundated with cicadas. So, maybe it's getting near time to cue the cicadas, huh? What do you think, Frank?
It might be. And I heard there are two different types of cicadas that are coming out this year.
Oh, okay. What are those?
There's a set from the north and a set from the south. I don't remember which is which, but they're supposed to take over like the whole eastern seaboard, and it's supposed to be an absolute nightmare out there.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you listen to stations in New York City. They talk about the cicadas, but I still miss the crickets. They're few and far between these days. Neighborhoods changed, and it's more waste than one. So all the crickets that used to be here, they migrated to somewhere else across the border, I guess.
They must have. All right, let's see who else you get.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the voting receivers. I'm hearing some noise. Yeah, like Paul said, Frank, you covered you up. Tacos for 49 cents. Yeah, even the crickets like that cheap price. But then I also heard a news story. I think last week, I guess, some place in London, I think over in England, opened up, and they serve all kinds of bugs and insects. So like the news anchor said, I don't think I'm going to be visiting that place anytime soon. But I remember when we were kids, everybody used to talk about chocolate-covered grasshoppers and chocolate-covered ants, but they were talking about all kinds of bugs that they serve up. Well, that reminds me when we were in London back in '91, we did eat frog's legs, so they were pretty good too. I think they were fried, but no, I don't know about cricket. Maybe we have some used crickets for sale tonight too. They'll just live under your radio table and make you think you're doing parks on the air. There you go. Sell boxes of crickets, and people can keep them in their shack and make believe they're doing parks on the air. What do you think, Frank? Think that would fly?
I think that would fly just fine, depending upon the situation, for sure.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so much trivia and nonsense. All right, very good. Yeah, well, I wonder if anybody heard the AR Newsline with Pierre pulling my leg. That he comes out once every year on April Fool's Day, and he was talking about plants being used as antennas. So you can grow and have your own farm in the vegetation. So there you go. And you feel that? Here is pulling your leg.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I heard that. I pay attention to Newsline, and it gets broadcast almost everywhere every week. So, one way or another, I definitely catch it, and it's lots of fun. But, there's a good video. It was April Fool's video that everybody should go watch. And Armand, I can send it to you for you, but it's from temporarily offline ham radio, and it's called "Stop POTA Immediately." Great April 1st gag video. Absolutely love it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, that's another thing. And Paul squished you like a bug, like like a cricket. But yeah, that's not going immediately. That's yeah, I guess those things they're cute though. They come out around this time of year. Is that a tri-band or a dual band spaghetti noodle? N6 NFC.
Had to have been a quad band.
It was a single band without gain. I did a write-up on QSC and they published.
Yeah, with a little bit of red sauce on it. That's what conducts. All right, before we go way down the rabbit hole to join the rabbits, because it's springtime, what can I say? As long as they're not Playboy bunnies down there. Anyway, all right, let's see. Let's get this back to the way it's supposed to be. Anybody else for the net tonight? All right, well, I think that gives us the answer. No. And maybe before we go any farther afield on the air, we better read the list of the few nice things that we had tonight, and then give it a rest. Maybe we'll come up with something different next week. So let me read the list here. Well, if nothing else, at least we make some people laugh, I hope. Anyway, this is no joke here. Number one tonight, Kilo 6 Echo Sierra, dead in the pocket area of Sacramento, South Sacramento, as for sale, Tango Sierra 850 SAT. by Kenwood with channel coverage receiver, all band, AM broadcast through 10 meters, AM FM CW single sideband. It comes with a new capacitor kit. He's had some trouble that's known on the TS850 with the capacitors, but he's got a new kit. All you have to do is install them. And he says this TS850 with the built-in antenna tuner comes with the chips as well. And that's another problem with the chips that go bad. I'm not sure which ones. Didn't get that written down, but he's got those as well. Those, I think, are installed. He's got a copy of the service manual, the operator's manual to go with it, and he considers it a parts radio, but a little bit of TLC, and you'll have yourself a nice radio, considering the price. $200 for the TS850 SAT. And that sounds like a pretty good deal if you're handy on 66. He also is offering a Mike Charlie 85, an MC85 microphone by Kenwood. It'll handle up to 3 radios. He's got one single cable to go with it. The microphone also features compression, amplification, and a whole bunch of other things. A nice desk microphone with a VU meter on it and everything. It's got the 8-pin round standard Kenwood connector on it. And he would like $100 or best offer for that microphone. He also has a Kenwood speaker, the Sugar Papa 31. This is the filtered speaker with the high, low, etc. filters in it. You can mix and match the filters for the best response. And it's got 2 inputs on it. And he'd like $75 for that nice speaker. And he says these items are pick up in South Sacramento in the Pocket area, or he will deliver locally. And you can contact Ed at the cell phone number, or I shouldn't assume it's cell phone, but since this is an Arizona area code and he's in Sacramento, it most likely is 520-971-7555. Again, 520-971-7555. And if you'd rather email Ed, it's Kilo 6 Echo Sierra Sierra .ed, ed, at gmail.com. And number 2 tonight is Gary, WA6FGI, with the Alpha 6 Fox Golf India. Gary's in North Sacramento. Gary offers an ICOM India Charlie Victor 86. This is a 2-meter handy talkie, single band. It's got a high capacity battery that goes with it. He's also including the drop-in charger, a long duck antenna, and the ICOM manual that goes with it. You would like $100 for the HD and all the mentioned accessories. And this too is a pickup in Sacramento. You call Gary and make arrangements, 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571. And once again, we'll quickly remind everybody about the Visalia DX Convention coming up tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday at the Visalia DX, at the Visalia Convention Center in Visalia on the 27th of April. The Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club will have its swap in Sonoma, and we'll try to get some more details on that next week. And so you can prepare for that. So I have about a week or so advance notice. Either that or you can search for Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club or VOMARC.
Well, if you wanted it, you should have just asked. vomarc.org. Vomarc.org. Oh, I doubled with you, Armand. If you wanted it, you should have just asked. Vomarc.org. Valley of the Moon Amateur Radio Club. Vomarc.org.
All right, there you go. I was thinking that it was org, but I didn't remember so much from last year, and I didn't have a chance to go search for it in my file here. But research and development comes through again. vomarc.org. You'll get all the details on the Sonoma Camfest, and we'll try to present them next week as well. If you don't have a chance, or you're running Windows 11 and Copilot doesn't tell you, hi. Alrighty, we'll let the tail drop once more. Anybody else with any other comments or traffic for the net at 0400 Zulu on N6ICW.
Well, I'll let it drop out. Fantastic net as usual, and 23 people from the interweb say good night, Armand.
Wow, 23 people. My goodness. All right, very good. Okay, and thank you to Frank, and hello and goodbye to the 23 folks that stuck through it, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll do it again all next week. So, especially the people in Northern California, get out there and let the people know in your clubs or in your chat on the radio that the North Cal Swap exists. It's still here, and we're starting year number 27 for me on the swap, and it's been here a heck of a lot longer as well. So we're counting on the tradition. And need more check-ins and more people on the radio. And thank you to all those who checked in on the internet on all the platforms. And thank you to Frank, KG6 and LW. We'll see you all next week. Happy Tax Day, and don't cry too many tears. N6ICW, WB2ZEI. Clear and closing the Northern California Swap, edition number 15 at 0401 UTC. Good night, all.
Good night, Armand. And with that, I want to say thank you to everyone that stuck through. That was actually a lot of fun with a couple good listings tonight. And for those of you on the interwebs, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you know when I go live next, which may or may not be coming up soon. Until next time, I want to say 73 and ham harder.